On this edition of UTR, it's our first ever autumnal bundle, where we rake up some cool stuff to see and do. We'll squeeze some apples into cider, devour some Polish food at the end of a tunnel. We'll see stars in Traverse City and fall for some falls. Heck, we'll even go trick-or-treating in Romeo. Get ready to explore the cool people, places, and things that make Michigan in the fall the best of all.
The Stahl's Motors and Music Experience features a collection of automated music machines, neon signs, gas pumps, and 150 years of automotive history. More info at stahlsauto.com.
We've been around the world,
But there's one place we keep coming back to.
and the more we explore,
The more we realize,
it's the place to be. I'm Tom Dalton,
I'm Jim Edelman.
and this is Under the Radar Michigan.
It seems that round here, pumpkin spice explodes in the fall and we can't get enough. Well, in this episode, we put on a new sweater and show you things that make it easy to fall in love with Michigan. Pumpkin spice tacos? 2, please.
Now, they say an apple a day makes the UTR guys get out and play. So we headed south to St. John for exactly that.
Hey, how'd you like to see a cider mill that's so big you can see it from space? Thought you'd never ask.
Behold Uncle John's Cider Mill, a colossal place that's so full of fruit and fun, you just might want to move in. If you're looking for a classic family fall activity and edibles, everything you need for an awesome autumn is right here. Now, to make sure we left no apple unturned, I met up with Mike Beck. He's a 5th-generation family farmer who helps keep Uncle John's jumping.
Have you checked the Guinness Book of World Records whether or not this is the largest cider mill on the planet?
It is not. I'm sure it isn't.
It's huge, though. How many,
It is pretty big.
How many apples you grow here?
Well, we have like 35 different varieties. Some of them you'd never see. We use exclusively for cider or hard cider. But all the typical ones that you're familiar with as far as apples, you know, the Yellow Delicious, Galas, Honeycrisp, and Macintosh, and things like that. And plus a few unique ones that we sell that in the shop, like a Wine Sap or a Northern Spy.
Now, I read somewhere that you are 5th generation to be growing on this property?
Correct, 5th generation, yes.
That's outstanding to be able to carry on a tradition like that. And I'm sure there's a 6th generation just waiting.
Yeah, there's my daughter and a couple of nieces that are around as a 6th generation. So.
And I have to tell you, I'm so envious of you because you live right behind us, right here on the grounds. So your commute is like, and I'm there.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
This is a great family place. You look around and you see, this is almost a vacation destination.
Yes, we've done a lot of things to try and keep people here for a full day at least. We have lots of kids' activities. We have lots of adult activities.
Yes, I'm holding one. That's right.
And so, you know, several barns that you can do shopping in, and so lots of different places to explore and have fun here.
Well, this started obviously many years ago as just a fruit and vegetable farm.
Correct. Yeah, and just some roadside sales, you know.
Right. And it's turned into this, and that's outstanding.
Yep.
You guys are go-getters.
Yeah. Well, we have a great location here right on the highway, so that's helpful. But yeah, it started out slowly with just cider and donuts years and years ago, and we've been adding more things every year.
What is that big orange thing the kids are jumping on? That is so awesome. I want one in my yard.
That's the jumping pill. That's open, at least when we're open, kids can enjoy time on that, or adults.
It's probably a good thing to do if you're an adult before the hard cider.
That's right.
Right. And your corn maze is outstanding.
Yeah, about a 12-acre corn maze, but it's not terribly difficult, at least.
Thank gosh. Yeah, because I plan on going in there later. Any tips on how to find my way out?
Just look for the edge of the field and just walk. You'll get there eventually.
Anything I shouldn't do before I do the corn maze?
Well, don't do too many shots of vodka.
Oh, okay.
So if you're in the mood for some down-on-the-farm fun and food, heck, you may as well have a lot of it. and Uncle John's is the place to find it. Now, back to that corn maze thing.
Corn maze? This will be easy. Oh boy. Left, right, left. Hello? Hello? Oh, corn nuts. I don't even remember this part. Little help here. Anyone there? Oh boy.
Now, I can't remember how or if I even got myself out of there, but if you want to make some classic Michigan fall family memories, take them to Uncle John's Cider Mill. I promise, you'll be amazed.
Tequamanon Falls, you know about it, I know about it, we all know about it. Ah, but have you been there yet?
Just west of the little town of Paradise in the eastern UP is one of the most beautiful places in Michigan. And yep, I've never been there. So to finally get up close and personal with Tequamanon Falls, I met up with Park Ranger Teresa Neal, who started off by showing me Tequamanon's incredibly awesome lower falls.
This is an absolutely exceptional experience. I had no idea you could rent rowboats and row up to the falls.
Oh yeah, you get a workout. It's a super interactive location, the Lower Falls.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Lots of cool things to do.
A lot of people don't know, because I always thought it was just the upper falls, but there's the upper and lower falls. Explain the difference.
Correct. So the Upper Falls is about 4 miles upstream from here. It's a big waterfall, so about 50 feet tall, 200 feet wide, lots of water, but the Lower Falls is way prettier. So as you can see, we have lots of great fall color this time of year. It's a series of 6 cascading waterfalls that go around an island. So you have a better chance of seeing wildlife here. You have a better chance of getting in the water. A lot of people fish here. Yeah. So it's right near the campground too, so it's walkable.
So you can rent these rowboats and row over to the island and hike around and see the falls up close and personal.
Correct, yeah, and that's how everyone wades in the falls and they get much better photographs.
Now, I didn't realize it, and I apologize, but this is a state park. I thought it was just a little trail you walked and saw a waterfall, but this is an actual state park.
It is, yeah. So our park has just under 50,000 acres, and the most popular areas are the upper and lower falls. But there's a lot more to this park. We have about 30 miles of hiking trails, lots of snowmobile trails. There's a lot to explore. People are hunting this time of year, so there's a lot of wilderness north of the falls that people are welcome to go check out.
Well, this totally reminds me of being out west in Colorado or something.
Yeah, and you had no idea that you could get rowed to the island.
Oh, thank you, by the way.
Yeah, no
and let me know if you get tired.
Yeah.
Because you see these guns, I can more than handle it.
Once you're on the island, you're literally surrounded by tons of cascading waterfalls. And the natural beauty along the quarter-mile trail around the island is breathtaking.
I had no idea that on this hike you can get so up close and personal with the waterfall. I mean, I can touch the waterfall.
You can touch the waterfall, definitely.
And this rock we're standing on, what is this?
This is a sandstone that's actually quite ancient. It's 500 million year old Precambrian age sandstone. So in some areas you can still see some of the rippling from back when this was kind of a shallow saltwater sea.
Yeah, this is exceptional.
It definitely has a unique smell to it. Here at the falls, at Tequamanon, you know what gives the water that rusty color is the tannic acid from many of the trees, particularly the hemlock trees. So as these trees are decomposing, they're releasing tannic acid into the water, which gives it that yellowish tint.
So there's not a root beer plant north of here?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
No. Although Lark does say this is where her beer water comes from.
It is pretty, though.
It is, yeah. And it gives it a unique smell also, I think. It's not really gross, but it's definitely unique.
The Lower Falls is something a lot of people miss entirely, and that's too bad. It really is a beautiful place to be and totally worth the trip. Next, it was time to go visit the granddaddy himself. So with the help of a little TV magic, Teresa and I hiked about 4 miles west to the beautiful Upper Falls. And I was impressed.
Now, the first thing I'm going to tell people when I get home is the Upper Falls looks so much bigger than it does in pictures.
Yeah, that's always the case when you're here in person. Much bigger in real life.
How much water is coming off that thing?
Today there's about 4,000 gallons per second coming over the waterfall. So from where we're standing, we're about 100 feet above the river's edge. And the waterfall itself is 50 feet tall, so you're still kind of looking down on the falls from here.
This is pretty spectacular.
Yeah, it is pretty big. Definitely the largest waterfall in Michigan and one of the largest east of the Mississippi.
You know what's amazing to me? For only $11, you can get the passport for your license plate and get into any Michigan State Park and see stuff like this.
It is a heck of a deal. The Recreation Passport funds all of our infrastructure here, our maintenance, everything. So it's a great deal for Michigan residents.
I would pay $11 just to see this. Well, I'd even pay $12 to see this.
Ooh, good to know.
There's a plethora of places along the gorge to view the falls, and as we checked them all out, I couldn't help but think this is something your family really needs to see. Next time you're planning a trip, skip the airport and check out Tequamanon Falls State Park in the UP. It's a tremendous sight to see, but to see it, you gotta get up here.
Now, when it comes to the spookiest of all holidays, there's Halloween, and then there's, well, Halloween, if you know what I mean. I'm scared.
And if you'd like to experience the latter of the two, trick or treat yourself to Terror on Tilson Street. This is Halloween in Hyperdrive, and people come from all over the Midwest to see it. And believe me, you won't believe it either until you see it for your scared self. That's right, this street is full of some of the biggest and most scariest Halloween displays you'll ever see. But it's also full of people with some of the biggest hearts you'll ever know. And that's because they use the power of Halloween to give back to this great community. I took some pre-trick-or-treat time to talk with the heart and soul of this spooky street, Vicki Lee.
Now, a little Halloween bat told me that you just might be the person who's responsible for making this entire spooky, wonderful thing happen. Is that true?
I don't know. They blame it on me.
well, okay, well said. But you've been here, what, 35 years on this street?
Yes.
Yeah. How did it all start?
Well, I think it was normal Halloween. My birthday's Halloween, so my mom would always decorate for me a little special, so when my kids were little, I did the same. And it was maybe a couple corn stalks, pumpkins, scarecrow. That was about it. And then we had about 300 trick-or-treaters at that time, and then younger families moved on. And
that's what you were doing?
Yeah, and then it just grew more and more each year. Now it's almost the whole street decorates, and 2,000 trick-or-treaters we prepare for.
Well, they say you can almost see it from space, from all the lights and
well,
all
I think so. They should.
What was it like having your birthday on Halloween?
Well, that was the whole point of my mom doing a little special, because it's kind of like a birthday and Christmas, you know.
Right.
Everybody's having fun. So I probably one of the few people that can say I've got 10,000 people at my house on my birthday. So
I was just about to ask you, how many people come out to see this?
Over the last couple of weeks, I'll bet you we have over 80,000 to 100,000 people down here.
Really? How much candy? You must go through tons of candy.
Well, trick-or-treating, it's not big treats. Can't afford it when you have 2,000. But I don't think they're here for just the treats. So.
And nobody's giving out toothbrushes, right?
No.
Oh.
No. Cough drops one year, the doctor did down the street.
Why do they always do that?
I know.
But what I love about this event is you've taken something that's normally just fun and good cheer, and scary for the kids, but you do a lot of good with this event too.
Yes, we have the Buzzley Memorial Scholarship, right, which is named after my husband. He had started it as a vocational scholarship, but when he passed away, we put it in his memorial. Right. And now we have a pay-to-play scholarship, 2 vocational scholarships in Wounded Warriors. Right. We do an event, which was last Sunday, Kids Kicking Cancer, and these are kids that are being treated and can't trick-or-treat with the normal public, right, because of their treatments. So that we had 120 kids here that day. Wow. And then we have a food drive, normally the last Friday and Saturday before Halloween.
Another thing you do that I love is you actually block off the street, so there's no cars going. It makes it safer for the kids.
Halloween night.
Right, and you've got something called the Bulldog
Security.
Right, what is that?
Well, my boys, when I think they were like 14, 15 years old maybe, they still wanted to be involved, but felt they were too old to do the trick-or-treating and all that stuff. So what they did, because they were athletes, they got a group of their fellow athletes to come. And because of kids being candy stolen at one time or right, this or that, now my son's one of the coaches at the high school, and he still brings some of his old football players. They come home from school or whatever, and they're still involved. A lot of them are alumni or little brothers of, the athletes, and they love doing it. They come out and they patrol the street, but they also go and hit the next 2 streets on each side of us.
Now, nobody has to decorate, right? There's no street meeting or neighborhood meeting where you have, it's just good spirit, people saw what you were doing, and it slowly got bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where these are the most spectacular exhibits I've ever seen.
And most of them, 90%, I'd say, are handmade.
Really?
Yes. They make all their skeletons over there. Those are all handmade. That's our cost. You know, you go around, you find what you need. I had some blockade fence that I wasn't using, and figured there's got to be a way of using it.
Do you look forward to this every year, or is it just like, oh gosh, it's coming?
Oh yeah, and you know, we get together with our neighbors all the time, year round. We
plot and plan.
Oh man, we call them porch parties, and we end up on somebody's porch or visit. Kind of go a little dormant in the winter months, but we still see each other, and it always turns around to some Halloween thing, you know. But we don't. There's nobody forced to do it. We all enjoy it. For us, it's a free family night, and it's wonderful to see all these families, moms, dads, kids. And the only cost is if they want to buy a shirt or you know, that type thing, and it all goes to scholarship.
Yeah, it's all for a good cause.
Yes.
So that's what I love about this. It's not just about Halloween. It's about helping so many people and helping kids. And so that I have to commend you for that. That's awesome.
We enjoy it.
Yeah. One last question.
Sure.
What's the day after like?
Well, some of these houses, it's amazing. They will go home at Halloween night.
Yeah.
Next morning, you'd never know there was any decorations.
It's all gone?
Yeah, I don't. Next morning is kind of a slow morning normally.
Well, I'm going out tonight. Guess what my costume is?
What is it?
TV show host.
Yeah, it's a pretty good costume.
Nice.
Yeah.
It cost me nothing.
Like clockwork, as the day grew dim, the crowds of candy-collecting kids and families converged on this classic community. So, I got into full character and set out to scare up some spooky testimonials.
You guys are all here for what reason?
Trick-or-treating.
Well, to get what?
Candy. And money.
And money. So how's your Halloween going so far? You got a kind of a grim attitude, don't you? So did you bite this board?
Oh yeah, took a big chunk out of the board and her.
Right, and you're still hanging out with him? He bit your board.
Yes.
So you're Batman.
Yes. Where are your muscles?
And this is mini Batman.
This is Batman in training.
Batman in training? Did you decorate the Batcave this year? And cut. Perfect, thank you.
Let me get this straight. You're a beer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, I know a really good dermatologist. I'll get you his number. Yeah. Are those real swords? Okay, I was just wondering. Now show me your muscles. Look at those muscles. Hey, wait a minute. Everybody stay tails and treat. Stay under the radar. Ooh. Hi. Hi. Thank you. Oh, you're a crocodile.
No, I'm a dinosaur.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I know. I can guess your costume. You're dressed as cold parent.
That's me.
I knew it. I was that last year.
If you want to treat yourself to a spectacular and charitable Halloween next year, the trick is to get your family to Tilson Street in Romeo. And speaking of Romeo, if you want to step way back in time and even sample some sensational sushi, spend a day in this historic town. And who knows, in a couple hundred years, they may be talking about how much fun you had here. The final part of our UTR Outdoor Palooza adventure took us to a place that literally blew our collective minds when it comes to log cabin comfort. Say you're searching for a luxury lodge for your next fishing trip, outdoor excursion, or even family vacation. The Barothi Lodge in Walhalla will knock your waders off. It's a collection of classic lodges that are rustic enough to make you feel real, but comfortable enough to make you almost want to stay inside the whole time. From pool tables and indoor jacuzzis to incredible kitchens and fantastic fireplaces, every cabin is completely unique and surrounded by breathtaking natural beauty. Heck, the river even runs right through the property. Bonus, owner Rodney Hall was nice enough to set us up at Duffy's Tavern, a perfect fit for the UTR crew and a perfect place for us to get a good night's rest before the next day's doings. Well, it was time to get both us and our bottles of Bry's back on the bus. And this time we headed back down onto the mainland and up M22 onto the Leelanau Peninsula for our final and possibly most opulent wine-filled forage. That's right, this is Black Star Farms in Suttons Bay. It's an absolutely beautiful, award-winning winery and inn where you can even get married. It's a definite destination for anyone looking for fine wine and elegant surroundings. So once again, as my fellow students went on a tour and to wet their wine-worn whistles, I literally went underground with winemaker extraordinaire Lee Lutz.
Lee, I'll be honest, I feel like a kid who's at Disneyland for his very first time. I've always wanted to go into a wine cave. This is so amazing being in here. And you're a real winemaker, which means that's your X-Men power and you're my hero. But how long have you been a winemaker?
Well, I've been a winemaker in Northern Michigan for just about 30 years.
Wow.
Next year it'll be 30 years. We'll be celebrating 25 years here at Black Star Farms next year. So it's going to be a big year for me personally, but for us as well. And you know, it's always a big year for the region.
And you guys actually grow all your own grapes on the peninsula, correct? On both peninsulas?
On both peninsulas, yep. Between Old Mission and Leelanau, we grow 95% of what we use. We do buy some from other local growers, but we're really proud of the fact that we make our wines from all local fruit.
It's hyper-local.
Hyper-local.
Right.
You know, in an industry like this, you really want to try and put forth the flavors of that region,
right,
of this region. And so in order to do that, you've got to be working with the local fruit. And these wines are distinctive, you know, from wines throughout the world. And it's because of that.
You guys do major events here. You do weddings here. You've got a cafe here. You've got a wine club here. You can actually stay here. It's an inn,
absolutely,
correct?
Absolutely. Yeah. One of the big things we really wanted to make sure people appreciated early on is that they could stay on a working farm.
Yeah.
I mean, this doesn't look like a typical working farm, but every day there's something going on here with agriculture, and that doesn't happen enough for people.
It's agritourism.
It's agritourism, absolutely. And agritourism is what is going to save farming in a lot of these smaller agricultural regions.
Well, I've been to vineyards in France. I've been to vineyards in Italy. I've been to vineyards in Spain. I've been to Napa Valley. And still coming here, this is some of the most beautiful wine country and some of the most beautiful wineries and vineyards on the planet. So people who haven't gotten up here yet, they don't know what they're missing, because it's right here.
It's right here. Well, we often say to people, you know, you've got wine country. If you're in Detroit, you've got wine country 4 hours north. If you're in Grand Rapids, we're 2.5 hours north. Right. I mean, wine country, literal wine country, is right in their backyard. And so many people just don't think of Northwest Michigan as a wine producing region, even though we've been doing it for close to 50 years up here.
Yeah.
It's just that most of what is grown, made in this region is consumed here by the tourism public and by the locals.
Well, thanks for letting me come in into your wine cave. You ever catch Batman in here sneaking wine out of one of these barrels?
Not Batman, but every now and then somebody's down here.
Yeah.
Yep, with a thief. And
I think I know who it is.
Well, much to my surprise, after our comprehensive conversation, Lee actually offered me the chance to burp open a barrel and try a little wine before it's time.
Yeah, this is so cool, Lee. You see guys in wine shows and other shows do this, and I've always wanted to do this. Now, that's called a thief?
This is a thief.
But you bought it,
so
right?
We bought this.
Okay.
This is a tool that allows you to actually get into the barrel, get somewhat deep into the middle of the barrel.
Right.
So you're not just tasting the wine that's close to the wood surface.
Now, what kind of wine and how long has it been in the barrel?
Well, this is one of the hybrid varieties that's being grown more and more up here.
Yeah.
The grape variety itself is known as Marquette.
Marquette?
Which is coincidental to Northern Michigan because it was actually bred in Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
But as you will see, the interesting thing about Marquette is it is extremely dark.
Oh my gosh.
And
it's like, yeah, it's like grape juice. How long has it been in the barrel?
So this has been in the barrel for about 2 weeks.
I smell licorice. Right away, I smell licorice. Like berries and like toasted plums.
Yeah, dark fruit, soft of tannin.
Really soft tannin.
Yeah, really soft tannin.
Very dry.
Absolutely.
Very dry.
Absolutely.
This would be great with pizza. Want to order a pizza? Oh my God, this is wonderful. And the smell is changing as I aerate. It's changing just in the couple of minutes I've had it in the glass.
Well, and it's part of the beauty of tasting these wines when they're really young is that they're starved for oxygen right now.
Right.
And so once you get them out and get them in a glass and let them open up a little bit,
like,
just swirl.
Thank you.
Yes. They do tend to open up rather quickly. And
you're breathing. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
I've always wanted to do that.
I'll be honest, I had been waiting to visit Black Star Farms for a long time, so I'm glad it's finally off my bucket of wine list. It really is a beautiful reflection of the amazing wine culture we have here in Michigan.
I don't know about you, but this episode has me in the mood for fall. I mean, come on. Cider, wine, and ghosts in the same episode? How could you not be in the spirit?
The Stahl's Motors and Music Experience features a collection of automated music machines, neon signs, gas pumps, and 150 years of automotive history. More info at stahlsauto.com.
As a first-generation college student, I knew that going to Michigan Tech could change my life.
When I first came to Michigan Tech, I had no idea how far it would take me.
The moment I stepped foot on campus, I was welcomed with open arms and found a place where I belonged.
I made friends, studied hard, and had more than a few challenges along the way. But there was never a day that I didn't feel supported by the people around me.
Because of Tech, I'm ready for whatever comes next.
Because of Tech, I'm ready for whatever the future brings.
Ireland, a small island on the edge of Europe, between the old world and the new. These seas were not barriers, these were our highways. The Irish have been saints and scholars, poets and storytellers. Today, over 80 million people worldwide say that they are Irish. From that small island, the story of the Irish tells the fascinating history of an island people who have truly left their mark on the world.
Tonight at 9 p.m.
Donate your car, truck, or boat today, and in addition to supporting the programs you love, you'll also qualify for our most popular member benefit, PBS Passport. With Passport, you can watch incredible documentaries and dramas from Masterpiece, American Experience, Ken Burns, Henry Louis Gates Jr., Nova, Nature, and more. So skip the hassle of selling that car you don't use anymore. Go online or give us a call right now to donate your vehicle.
Tonight on Detroit PBS, 7:30 p.m., One Detroit. 8 p.m., Michigan Out of Doors. 8:30 p.m., Under the Radar Michigan. 9 p.m., From That Small Island, The Story of the Irish.
Recently on Detroit Performs, live from Marygrove.
The sculpted and praised, Grey Glory Parade, hollow men disgracing pedestals, traitors of their time. Oh, say, can you see, by the dawn's early light, the evidence is indisputable. The golden age which once gleamed is now tearing at the sea.
Meetings of the Detroit PBS Board of Trustees and its Community Advisory Panel are generally open to the public. For meeting times and locations, visit legal notices at DetroitPBS.org.
You're watching Detroit PBS.
Wall-side windows, I sell them.
I build them. I install them.
I stand behind them.
Always.
Wall-side windows. For 79 years, we've been building and installing ours one way.
The wall-side way.
That means honest.
That means strong.
That means right.